So this is my Majin Vegeta deck, which is interesting that Majin Vegeta is not on the card at all. His character type is Vegeta, and both sides don't say Majin Vegeta. It just says Vegeta or Vile Strike Dark Prince Vegeta. But anyway, I'll still call it Majin Vegeta because we know that's what it's supposed to be, right? His effect is not that different from the other Vegeta leader that gets critical by adding a life card to your hand. So this is similar in a way. Instead of adding a life card from your life zone to your hand to give him critical, you instead discard a card from your hand to give him critical and 5k boost, which makes it almost similar to adding a card from your life to your hand and then using that card you added to your hand to combo to give him 5k boost, right? So it's similar in a way, the way it functions. So this is very useful, especially if you're trying to get cards in the graveyard, you know what I mean? Like on purpose. Let's say, for example, you decide to use Big Getty Star, the little field extra card, right? And then throw in a couple metal coolers. That way you can pitch the metal coolers for this Vegeta, this Dark Prince, for this Vegeta's or Majin Vegeta's effect. I call it Majin Vegeta. For Majin Vegeta's effect, right? And then you can use Big Getty Star's ability to bring that metal cooler back from the graveyard onto the field by milling a card off the top of your deck, right? That way you can thin out your deck, among other things. So that's one thing you can try to incorporate with this Vegeta, is use the metal cooler engine. I think I'll try that later on down the line. But right now we're just gonna play him pretty basic, not that different from the blue Vegeta, which gets critical. His awakened form has relatively the same effect: discard a card, 5k boost, critical for the duration of the turn, except when it attacks you draw a card. So that's good, you get that +1 after you discard a card to give him 5k plus critical. You can plus when you attack with him. So you can boost them even further beyond 20k. And of course you want to keep going towards the leader because you want to deal that critical damage. And there's a card in here in the deck that can give him double strike. That way you can deal 2 critical damage. That's what you want to definitely do with this Vegeta. Alright, moving on to the deck. Wait for it to load up. So it's a red-blue deck. So I want to take advantage of the critical Gokus. So we're using the critical Goku engine. If they ever decide to create a what did I call it? A Saiyan Prince Vegeta card, right? There's a 1-drop that has the same effect as Kind Saiyan Son Goku, where you look at the top 7 cards and then add a blue Vegeta among them to your hand. Then you can use the critical Vegeta one. And if they give us a blue Vegeta that's just like this Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, then you can replace this engine with a Vegeta version of this, right? But for now, we're going with the Goku one. This is the 4-drop 15k critical effect, which is important, right? And has the permanent during your turn. If you have 5 or more energy, this card gets 10k extra. So if you have 25k during your turn, if you have 5 or more energy, this would be one of your big critical attackers, along with your God Charge Vegeta, and of course your leader, Majin Vegeta, right? And then we got your lower cost crit, Goku, 15k. Then we have the Kind Saiyan Son Goku to help you search out the other ones, as well as you can use his effect to search out a copy of himself so you can thin out the deck. So that's the critical aspect of the deck. Now this is just another condition, just something else to play with, which is the 6-drop Miraculous Comeback Ultimate Gohan. He's 25k double strike, but His auto ability is what you're going to take advantage of course. When this card KOs one of your opponent's battle cards, inflict 2 damage to your opponent. So it's a way of burning your opponent, but also having field control, you know, making sure he doesn't have anything on the field currently to attack you with next turn. You're trying to keep his battle area as low as possible, as well as still dealing damage in the process. So that's always good. And the fact that he can be a 2 red drop under the right conditions, too good, because you're like combo to the point where you have 3 or less cards in your hands, including him in your hand, right? And then you can pay 2 red and just drop him. He's 25k double strike, so that's useful to finish off your opponent. Another potential finisher, as well as, you know, a built-in strategy all by itself. Ghost attack, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. If you have permanent effect, if you have 4 or less cards in your hand, this card and all your ghost tokens gain double strike. Auto ability: when you play this card, play 3 Gotenks tokens, ghost tokens that have 15k power. So you'll play him, have 3 tokens. Those 3 tokens would be 15k, and if you have 4 or less cards in your hands, which wouldn't be that hard to do once you combo, right? Like you attack your leader, combo your leader to empty out your hand, you know, to get it down to 4 or less, and then you'll be able to trigger a Gotenks permanent ability to make it where he double strikes as well as the other tokens. And right there you have 5 attacks right there. Your leader plus Gotenks and the tokens, and off of just one 5-drop. So moving on. Further destruction Champa, because he gives double strike, which is useful for anything that doesn't have double strike. You're mainly going to use this either on your Majin Vegeta when he has critical, or you're going to use it with any of the Goku with critical. That way you deal 2 damage that is critical. That way instead of the cards going to the hand, go to the graveyard. Then we got Kaba. He's just to help yourself awaken, because of course Vegeta when he's awakened is a lot better than when he's not awakened, because you get to replace a card after you discard a card to give him 5k boost as well as, you know, critical. When you attack, you'll get to draw a card. So you'll want to awaken. You don't have to be in a hurry to do that, but you can. Plus Kaba is pretty good. He does gain 10k power and double strike. Then we got, you know, one of my tech cards, Yajirobe. I like splashing him in anything that I can splash him in, especially if I splash blue, I like to splash him. Blocker with revenge. Enough said. Then we have Encouraging Presence Monaka. I hope they make more cards like this that give certain key cards effects, especially to the leader. But just in general would be awesome. Like, you know, give something indestructible, or give something dual attack. You know, dual attack. Yeah, dual attack. Definitely would like to give something that has critical dual attack, right? Or something else similar to it, like a double strike or a triple strike, and give it dual attack, so that way it can attack twice and deal 2 to 3 damage each time. So it'd be like 4 to 6 damage, right, in a single turn. Very strong, but it'd be very awesome. But again, you use this on the leader, give your leader double strike, and since your leader is Majin Vegeta and he gets critical, it'll be double critical damage. And then of course you get to draw a card, which you can use to combo with. Then we got Whis' Cohesion. Counter attack, negate an attack, then choose up to one of your energies and untap it. You can untap a red or a blue energy. Let's say you play Whis' Cohesion, right? Untap a red energy, and then you can play Vados' Assistance if you need to negate another attack. Negates the attack, you may switch up to one of your battle cards to active mode. which is very useful. Especially if you're trying to untap your Yajirobe in case you attack with him or something for some reason, and you boosted him, killed something, and then or attack your opponent's leader with it and boosted it. But you want to untap it so you can use it to block. Then you can do it with Vado's assistance. Plus, being able to untap any of your battle cards is useful because you can combo, right? Especially if it's one of your 1Ks. You can use it as a combo. Then we have Assassination Plot. Board wipe. Doesn't hurt to have a board wipe to keep control of the field. Especially if you board wipe, right, with Assassination Plot. And then on your 5th turn, you go into your Gotenks, fill up your board, and then start swinging at your opponent. You'll have field presence. You have more field presence than your opponent does, so there's a combo there. And then of course we have 2 God Charge Vegeta, just because this is a Majin Vegeta deck, so why not throw in some extra Vegeta into the deck. It already has critical and has dual attacks, which to me is not that different from double strike. Especially if both attacks are not negated, they'll just go through dealing that critical. And that's the end of the video.